Alright, good morning you guys and welcome back to another video. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and talk about a very important passage in the Bible today. Alright, so I'm going to want you to go ahead and open up your Bible if you can, or if you have a piece of paper. We're going to talk about Matthew 26. And this will be around verse 36 to 46. And this is when Jesus prays in Gethsemane. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Now, I want you to go ahead and read this through with your family. And I'm going to talk about a couple points in here. And then a very important verse that stuck with me when Jesus was speaking with his disciples. But first, I want to ask you guys, whenever you're watching a movie or if you're super tired and then you want to watch something, you're excited about it, and then you just feel tired and you end up falling asleep maybe at the beginning or halfway or at close to the end of the movie. I know I have. I remember growing up as a kid, I wanted to see a movie with my parents, and my parents were always saying, "No, you're gonna fall asleep." I'm like, "I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm not gonna fall asleep." So we get the movie prepared, we get the popcorn, the drinks, and everything, and we turn on the movie. And lo and behold, about 10 minutes into the movie, I fall asleep. So my parents would wake me up and say, "You know what? Just go to bed. We told you would fall asleep. You missed everything." I was so angry. Raise your hand if any of you ever experienced something like that, either at a game or a movie or whatever. You're just really tired and then you end up falling asleep and you miss everything. Now, that kind of goes to the passage right here when Jesus was praying. So Jesus was with his disciples, and he asked the disciples, to stay here, keep watch while he goes and he talks to God. Now, Jesus was praying because Jesus felt really concerned about what was going to happen. So Jesus left to go pray, and when he came back, he found his disciples sleeping. So he pretty much was telling them, like, you can't stay awake. I asked you to keep watch. So he said, "Okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go continue talking to my father, and then please stay awake and keep watch." And they were like, "We will do it, sir." Guess what happened? They fell asleep when Jesus came back. Now, Jesus could have easily just been like yelling at them like, "Oh my gosh, I asked you to stay awake." But he understood that they were tired. But Jesus, like I mentioned earlier, he was very concerned about, because he knew what was going to happen to him. And let's not forget that Jesus was God and also fully man. So he also had feelings like a human where he experienced fear. Jesus said this, "My soul is crushed with grief to the point of death." You know, Jesus was feeling it. He knew what was going to happen, and he was concerned. He was very concerned. And when Jesus went back to pray to his Father again, Jesus said, and this is the verse that I told you that really stuck with me. He said, "My Father, if this cup cannot be taken away unless I drink it, your will be done." Jesus was asking his Father, he said, if you can't take what's going to happen to me away, you know what? It's not about me. It's about your will and what you can do to have a relationship with your creation. So I will do your will so we can have that relationship with the humans, with the people. When I saw that really stuck with me because when you think about God, you think he is this mighty powerful being, but yet he came down as a man so he can experience pain and laughter and all kinds of things just so we can relate with us and know what we are going through. So I want you to go ahead and remember that God came down as a full man and fully God so he can have that relationship with us. But he did also have concerns. But he did those concerns so he can be close to you and he be close to me. So I want you to go read this verse, excuse me, read this passage with your family. Talk about it. And then I want you to understand the importance of what Jesus had done for all of us. All right. So let's go ahead and thank Jesus for, knowing what's going to happen, but he did it because he truly loves us. He laid down his life for us so we can have that relationship with him. So let's go ahead and tell Jesus thank you. All right. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week coming up. But always remember what Jesus did for us. And he continues doing for us every single day because he truly loves us and wants us to have a relationship with him. All right. Until next time, have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.